Alright, first off, like to start praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, the honor to the elders of James Spirit Stone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, and the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai in sincerity and in truth. So, brother Iron from James Jamaica, James Intellect once more. And basically, let's bring out this one news I say the other day, but we just get to bring it out. One of the false flag basically easu stage just with because you want to make a run for the guns, right? So I'll bring you out and show how this level cunning. Now this Yahoo News. The Las Vegas shooting suspects talk about murdering cops. Right? They say Good Morning America, Monday, June 9, 2014. Right? It says the man and woman suspected in Sunday's Las Vegas shopping center attack that left 2 police officers and a shop were dead often talked about killing officers and didn't believe in the government, a neighbor says. So basically, this shows you sedition, but you know, say that about shooting and basically I show some form of sedition, right? So and the scripture tells you seditions are in the last days because you have militia groups and all of that. But the whole aim of this thing is just basically to get a running for the guns. They say they always talk about murdering cops. Neighbor Krista Koch told ABC affiliated KTNV TV, right? They said they were going to kill as many officers as they can and then they were going to do away with themselves. Some stories sound shade because if she didn't know this all along, why might they never call the police or say something? But Esau being a bad liar right here. But then again, 2/3 eat this up, ignorant massa eat this up, but remember the Lord, we're more spiritual than that, so we have to see them things, right? They said investigators searched an apartment overnight believed to be related to the shooting, trying to uncover clues about the midday attack. Police are looking into the couple's links with the white supremacy movement after finding swastika symbols during their initial investigations, according to the Las Vegas Review Journal. They said the first shot was fired at 11:20 a.m. Sunday, the start of a revolution. So basically, as when I see the word revolution, I realize it's in a quotation mark. So basically, I must say this is one of the reasons why them can even say we need to basically get the guns because we don't want a civil war, we don't want an armed revolution, we don't want to form a revolution, right? Revolution. So that yeah. So the first shots were fired at 11 a.m. Sunday, the start of a revolution. The peer reportedly told witness. So basically, they must say the couple said this. So you see what this is. Investigators say the man and woman armed with guns and ammunition walked into CC's Pizza restaurant where they opened fire on Officer Alain Beck and Igor Soler, 31. Police say one officer fired back, but both died from their injuries. Right? So so basically, them say them people are revolt and them use gun to do it. But this is an excuse that them want for running for the guns. Now this is a part where them use if they basically soften the people enough, basically to sensitize them enough to agree with the lawyer, right? It says Sheriff Burns, who witnessed the shooting, says the officers did not stand a chance. I didn't know what to think, she said. I realized the gun going off, then I hit the floor. The pair then fled across the street to a Walmart where the male suspect reportedly yelled, "Everyone get out." Shots rang outside in the store at 11:27 a.m. By then, police were already on the scene. A third victim was found dead inside the store's front door. The police say the man and woman then went to the back of the store where they killed themselves in an apparent suicide pact. The female suspect reportedly shot the male suspect, then took her own life. Now, why not all of them shooting incident here? They don't have a witness. Why? Whosoever do the thing always dead. Why them can never catch whosoever do it? Them always kill themselves or something like that. Because they know the trial and anything are left too much opening, too much. It will get questioned. So because they don't want that, they don't want judgment to pass. What they basically them stage them attack and basically whosoever them claims to commit attack, the attack dead. Right? So here come the softening part. I say it's a tragic day. You notice the words. It's a tragic day. It's a very, very difficult day. Sheriff Doug Gillespie said at the news conference. But we still have a community to police. We still have a community to protect. We will be out there doing it with our heads held, but with emptiness in our hearts. Now, this something as simple as this can start basically can start a big revolution, because police might even take it and say right now they're not taking a check with nobody right now. So basically as soon as them see somebody where they feel like say you might have a gun or something like that, then basically I have whole heap of so-called extrajudicial killings, where you have the police them basically kill them and plant gun and all of them things they basically. I will start happening because the police them basically I start claim say them not taking a check with no, because look, see we two colleagues them just get shot. So we're not taking a check with nobody. So basically I'm saying the heads with emptiness in them hearts. Right? They say the police officers who died were married with children. So this type, see, they start bringing the whole family values now to soften the public. Beck had been with the department since 2001 and leaves behind a wife and 3 children. It says Salodo had been with the force since 2006 and is survived by a wife and baby, police said. So basically I'm saying one have wife and 3 people and one have wife and a baby. So basically more the public say them kill the poor police and various. So basically they say they want the government to do something about this whole guns act and all, because policemen are get shot, policemen will have children, people, so-called innocent people are get killed by the guns. That's our easu push. So Salodo was described as a good father and a great guy by his sister-in-law, Colin Salodo of Beatrice, Nebraska. She said he attended high school in Lincoln, Nebraska and previously worked as a corrections officer. Governor Brian Sandoval said in his statement he was devastated by the slaying of 2 officers and an innocent bystander in an act of senseless violence. So you see how Esau play with him words. Basically, Esau know for play with words, And then this is where my feet to the public for soft them. In a statement, Las Vegas Mayor Caroline Goodman said the killings a cruel act and praised the officers who are dedicating their lives to protecting all of us in our community. Right? Walmart employees and shoppers were taken to a nearby women's clothing store to be interviewed by police. The restaurant Walmart remained closed as detectives processed evidence. Alright, so basically we are going to some of the comments to see if the report here really work, right? Now this somebody named Ken. He say, I never thought a time would come in this country when I didn't feel safe just having lunch in a cafe or a fast food place. But this country has changed and not for the better. There have always been acts of random violence, but the rush of school shootings in recent years is abominable. But the rush of school shooting in recent years and this abominable act tell me that things aren't the same as when I was growing up. We're doing something wrong here, folks, in the good old USA. I'm glad I'm older because I don't see where this is headed. So basically, this man don't get trapped already because he must say he call it abominable act. You see, and basically refer to the school shootings. You notice when, as he said, school shootings. So what does that show you? Him would have up for the guns them get seized. They say condolence to the families and friends of those innocents lost in the senseless act of violence. It is a sad time we live in where random shootings have become a regular occurrence. See that again? So basically, they might use things like them to make a running on the gun. Basically, I go spark the civil war. This the social condition in the East are going with. With them fast fog attack you. They say, I can't believe some of the posts saying that these two law enforcement officers deserve this, are at it coming, and they hate police people, and they are the cause of this violence. This is an example of what I mean. So basically, this man is saying Camry, because if you don't really check it, some of them police, if the man shot, then two police used to plan drugs and evidence from people and do all kind of fuckery out. Cause you don't know, say the police force not as clean as well. The society that want it. Look, police force not clean. The whole heap of dirty cops here, the whole system is corrupt. So Mineral Mustafa said this, yo. He said with the way cops treat people these days, I can't say I feel bad, which is truth. Hear what this man has said now. Who in their right man makes a comment like that? These two officers were simply having lunch. They didn't deserve what these two cowards did to them. So basically, this man defend the police, but when I really check it, the police have really respond to the amount of death when nobody know about. Or basically some death where see people in the US a protest work. Because the man two crackers, yo, and devil easu is just the devil playing out. He said, to people making these comments, what are you thinking? Have you no compassion towards anyone but yourself? Are you that cold? So you notice where it come now? It come to people not having feelings, yo. So basically, I'm play upon people's emotions. Are you that cold, divided of feelings inside, that it doesn't register that these officers were simply doing their jobs like anyone else, and they had families to go home to at the end of the day? See that? He said, no way, Madu. How could you have an axe to grind with someone? How can you have an axe to grind with someone you never met before? Simply because they wore uniforms and were paid to protect the public. I don't understand your callousness, lack of feelings, me only mentally, which unfortunately seems to be prevalent in today's society. You seem to think it's all one giant video game, that fake deaths and fake shootings. So basically, them all blame it on the video games. Them like what them always do, like them say, oh, we can't make kids play a violent video game because this is how it turn out to. And so it is all about a controlled society. Oh. This is one control where you play, where you watch, where you eat, where you think, all that. That's all a part of social conditioning. You say you who think this way need to get mental health because part of you is not functioning at all, are numbered out by whatever controlled substances you are ingesting. Right? You say, oh, Mother Jones of all places, as via social media posting of the shooters on their websites, both completely nuts. The male shooter was a convicted felon who was forbidden by law from owning, possessing, or using firearms. See? Back to firearms. This is our last comment. He said, all these random shootings make me terrified to let my son go to school. I live in CT and Waterbury is only 10 minutes from Newtown CT. What is happening with this country? So basically, order of chaos, order out of chaos. And that's what the idiots are push. Right? So this is Psalms 37 verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him, because when you see all of them things that come in, the prophecies that might come to pass. You say, oh, fret not thyself because of him who that prospered in his way, because the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Because this is a wicked device, yo. This false flag basically I come down to the martial law, the RFID chip and all of that. That this is just a stepping stone to the implementation of the New World Order. Right? Isaiah 32 verse 7 said, the instruments also of the churlish are evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Esau do that. Even when the needy speak it right. So basically Esau he have him in means and ways or plan to basically bring down the society. And I through him laws, through him false flags and all them things there, yo. It's a Colossians, select 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, at least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So basically, a regular nigga would probably just see this news report and might just take it lightly. But necessarily, yo, it basically close to the prophecy, yo. They're a part of the prophecy. So, that is what you want to bring out. Hope the brothers were edified. Like say, I praise this day, how about Shemi or Shai. I will honor to the elders of James Pittman Stone. And shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.